Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing well. This is your host Nisar. Today in this video I want to talk about Tesla Model 3. I wanted to show you around the Model 3 which I have right now. I'll show you the exterior, interior and the features, and then how Autopilot works in this car and how the summon feature works and all that. So without any further ado, let's get started. This car has cameras all over it. One here, one here, and I believe one is somewhere here. I'm not so sure. You have a couple of cameras on the back and you have proximity sensors here. Same on this side. In the front as well you have some proximity sensors, and then your normal headlights and fog lamps and all that. Now let me show you how you can open and close the trunk and frunk. Khalid, can you open the trunk? Both. Okay, it shows that they are open. Let me show how they look over here. This is the front of the car. You just have a small space wherein you can keep your charging and all that stuff. It's good to have something. You can just close this. Now if you look at the trunk, this is the trunk of the car. I'm not sure what the boot capacity is of this. I will leave it in the description or in the video up. The door handles in Tesla are a little bit new. For you to open this, you need to press this and then the window will pop down a little, and then you can then open the door. This is how you get into the car. Let me give you an overview of the interior. This car has a clean dashboard. As you can see, there's nothing on the dashboard. You just have a touch screen here, to control your entire Tesla. And then you don't even see the air vents here. These air vents are work a little different when compared to other cars. I'll show it to you in a bit. And other than that, you have your normal steering and then some controls on the left and right side, and you have a few knobs to control your music or other stuff. Now here you have a glove box as well, but you don't have any manual switch for it to open. Now you will have to use the voice command in the car to open the glove box. Open glove box. See, this is how it works. Most of the features in the car can be used using your voice commands. I'll show it to you in a bit. Other than that, you have ample amount of storage space here at the bottom where you can keep all your things which are available, necessary for the car. You have two cup holders here. Other than that, this would be your Tesla key card, and then you have some more storage at the bottom as well. Now this car is minimalistic. You don't see much of a clutter. As you can see, you have a clean dashboard, and then only few items which you need are there here. As this is an electric car, you have an ample amount of storage in the armrest and between the front seats as well. Now let me take you to the heart of this Tesla, that is this infotainment screen. Using this screen you can control pretty much everything on the Tesla, from locking to unlocking, from navigation, from finding a supercharger, or everything can be done through this single touch screen. Other than that, you don't have anything on the near the steering for you to indicate your RPM or your speeds. As this is an electric car, you don't need RPM as such. Now this is how the screen looks initially. On the left hand side, it shows the charge status of your car, and then if you need to lock or unlock it. If you want to lock it, you can just press that. It'll lock the car. Unlock, you can just unlock it by a simple tap. And then you have your settings here, car settings. So basic, you have your basic controls, headlight controls. You can just keep it as auto or high beam or low beam. If you want to fold your mirrors, that can be done as well. If you want to unfold your mirrors, child lock, windows lock, glove box, even your wiper intensity and all that can be done. Now here you can adjust your mirrors, your steering here itself, and you have your brightness control slider for the touchscreen. I generally keep it on the auto just to be on the safer side. When you are bright in the sunny situation, it will automatically adapt to that. Now when you come to pedal and steering, you have different types of acceleration and braking mode. You have acceleration of chill and standard. Chill is like a little bit slow, I say, so I keep it on standard, just to get the best out of the Tesla. You have 3 steering modes. One is comfort, standard and sport. Comfort steering mode is somewhat equivalent to the gas one, where you will not feel the steering stiff, but in standard and sports mode I feel that the steering gets stiffer, and it's a little bit difficult for you to get used to that. Here we have regenerative braking as well. We can set it to low or standard. Standard is that, let me just give you a brief context of regenerative braking. How regenerative braking works is that when you let go of your accelerator, the car automatically applies the brake and it uses the brake's force to recharge your battery. So in that case, whatever juice you can get, that can be used to charge up your battery, and indeed you will get a few kilometers extra. So in general, electric car users keep it as a standard or as high as possible. There's a learning curve for that. It takes getting used to, but once you master that, it is very much easy, rather than pressing a brake when you want to make a stop. Now we have the charging tab. Here we have options to open the charge port. It's opened. You can close the charge port from here itself. You can set the charge input to the car. You can schedule the car. If you have park this car at your home or in your garage where you have a charging facility, you can schedule it to charge overnight or charge at a particular time wherein you are ready to leave. So that is very much helpful. You have an option for supercharging as well. I'll show it to you further down in the video how supercharging works or how much it costs here in Canada. So that is it. So here comes the juicy part, the autopilot of the Tesla. In this Tesla we have a full self-driving beta installed as well, wherein it will steer itself through city roads, and then it will stop at signals or stop signs, and then it will navigate throughout. I'll give you a demo in a bit, but just to look at the features, you just need to turn on everything: the auto steer, the navigate on autopilot, the full self beta. And in full self-driving beta you have 3 types of mode. One is chill, one is average, and one is assertive. So just as I'm learning things about this car, I wanted to keep it cool, so I have used the chill mode, wherein it will be a little bit less aggressive and needs a more human intuition or human interaction with that. So I think this would be the best for me, but you can change those modes as well. You can even set your speed limit when you are on autopilot. Other than that, generally autopilot, when it is on the road, if the speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour, you can set an offset. Let's say it's 100, you want to keep it safe, you can set an offset of -5. So even if the road speed limit is 100, the car will go up to 95 max. That's it, not more than that. So that is what this offset means. Now you have automatic blind spot camera. So as you know, this car has cameras all around, so this will help you in detecting the blind spots and all that. So generally how this works is that when you turn on an indicator, a blind spot detection comes up on the left side. If you are turning to the left side camera comes up, and then if you are turning to the right side camera comes up. That is how this works. So you have other lane departure avoidance as well. So these are pretty much basic stuff. You don't need to get through into each and everything, otherwise this video will get too long. Now you have lock. Here as I have told you, Tesla doesn't have a physical key. You just have your key card, and then using your phone and then Tesla app, you pair that as your key. So you can set that up here, and you have a settings for child lock as well. If you want to, if you are traveling with children and you would like to lock all the doors and windows so that they cannot open it from inside, that can be done here. Even the window locks. Now this is an interesting feature. So this is a car left open notification. What it means that if you have opened a trunk or trunk and you have forgot to close it, you'll get a notification even if you walk away from the car. So I think that is a good feature to have. Now let's go to the lights. So this is pretty basic. You can switch between your headlights, your fog lamps, and all that. In this car you have a beautiful feature wherein it will turn on the high beam as per as the requirement when it is going on the route. So I haven't tested that out without autopilot. I was driving yesterday night with autopilot, and I have noticed that whenever there's a car coming up front, it has been switching from high beam to low beam just to it doesn't affect the other driver. And then once the other driver is passed or other car is passed, it is automatically switching back to high beam. This I was on the country roads, that is why it was using the high beam. But if you are on the highway, I don't think it will use high beam on highways. I'm not sure. I'll if I get any further more information, I'll just display it on the video. Now you have your settings for your display, basic which theme you would like, basic brightness settings, and all that. These are pretty much basic, so I don't need to waste some time in that. Now you have your trips. So this is equivalent to your gas car, wherein you have a digital meter on to your steering, or an analog meter wherein it will record your trips. Here you have everything, the distance covered in the last trip, the duration, and how much energy it was consumed. On an average, it has consumed 300 watt-hour per kilometer. So you have your odometer reading here, and then you can reset your trips as well. Now if you go to navigation, this is basic navigation features, what are there, how you want to use it. So you can just have a look. I'll skip it for now. Now let us go into the safety tab of the car. Here in this there's an option for you to allow mobile access. If you are away from the car and you want to give access to someone else, that can be done here. Or you can power off the complete car, and then you have an option of sentry mode. Basically what sentry mode does is that if you are away from the car, it uses the car cameras to record its surrounding, so that if something happens, you have a footage of that, what happened when you are away from the car. So this can be excluded at some locations, per se home, work, and at your favorite locations where you are sure that nothing will happen. Here you also have an option to see what's going on around the car. I mean, you can see the live footage. Even if you are away from the car, you can just turn on the app, open the app, and then see what is going on around the car. Now you have your service tab. That is pretty much basic. We don't have any interesting stuff in there. Now once you go to software, it will show you what all features are baked into this car. As you can see, it has a full self-driving capability and then premium connectivity up until 21 October 2022. It is on the full self-driving beta. It is not yet released to the general public. You have to enroll into this beta program, which is a little bit difficult to get into. Now if you want to make any upgrades onto the car, you have an upgrade section where you can order something from Tesla. For this, you need to have it to connect it to the internet, so that is not working. So that is pretty much it. What are the features which are available in the settings? Now let me show you how the aircon works. As you can see on the left hand side and on the right hand side, it is showing the temperature right now is 21. When you click on this, so this is how a pop-up will come out, wherein it will allow you to adjust your aircon. Now as I have told you, there are no air grills. The only way for you to adjust the airflow is just by simply tapping on the airflow and then adjusting it. This is how it can be done. Also you can you can turn on your heated seats from here, turn on and turn off. and you can use defogger and all other features as well. Here is an interesting feature. You can schedule the temperature in the car as well. That is generally known as preconditioning of the car. Let's first say that it's December, it's -30 outside, and you don't want to sit in a car which is at -30. So what you do is that you precondition the car every day, saying that if you want to go to work by 8 o'clock, you can set it here. So by the time you are ready to leave to the work, the temperature in the car will come to the temperature you have set. That is a good feature to have. I think this is there in the most new gas cars as well. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. You can turn off the aircon as well. It is turned off. Now here at the bottom you have some basic features as well. If you connect your phone, the phone calls, radio, Bluetooth, how much energy you are consuming, your dash camera and all that. These are just a basic stuff. I don't think I have the time to get into each and every one of them right now. Hey guys, that's it for today's video. It has been becoming very lengthy, so I had to cut this video into 2 parts. In the next video I will show you how the autopilot on Tesla works, and how the driving comfort feels like, and then what the summon feature looks like if you are summoning the car. And then I'll also show you the basic functionality which are available in the Tesla app on the mobile phone. So thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe to my channel to see the next part. Like this video as much as possible and share with your family and friends. Bye bye, take care, have a good day.